Hello everybody and welcome to Geronimo's Park. I'm Geronimo and today we're taking a look at the entire 93 Classic line by Mattel. Most of these figures are inspired by the old Kenner line, and, some of them are good, some of them are, they're all pretty good I'd say, but some of them are definitely underwhelming. Um, but yeah, it's a pretty fun line. Really glad Mattel did this. Kind of unexpected. But yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. Now, first here we have Alan Grant in the front of his box and the back of his box, directly inspired from the old Kenner line. Then, they had the really cool backgrounds of the box. And when you first get the figure out, he has binoculars and, a bulletproof vest. And, you could take those off and you can mix and match them. You can put them on other characters, I'm pretty sure, as well, which is pretty cool. I like that you could do that. And this is directly inspired from the original Alan Grant figure that Kenner did. Yeah, of course, that's what all this stuff is. And he also comes with a Gallimimus with capture gear on. And you could also take this capture gear off. And this Gallimimus is also directly inspired by Kenner, with that color scheme. The electronic Gallimimus from, of course, Kenner. Yeah, I'm going to be saying that a lot here. Anyway, really like the colors on this thing. It looks really good for a, mainline figure, surprisingly. So, yeah, that's looks really nice. Only, gripe with it is that, of course, it has giant feet. But then again, it's a mainline figure. What are you gonna do? And here, he also comes with a little baby Velociraptor here. Kind of okay. Definitely not the best baby figure we get in these sets. So, yeah. And he also comes with this okay accessory. Again, kind of lacking here. Is like this little grabber claw. It's, it could extend, it could retract. It's okay, but it's not the best accessory he has. Alan Grant kind of makes up for it here with the grappling hook. Now, this is cool. It's a spring-loaded shooter thing. And that is pretty cool. Always love little spring-loaded shooters on these things. I know Hasbro doesn't do that. Well, I mean, sometimes they do, but a couple of times they didn't. Anyway, on to Ian Malcolm here. Front of the box, looks very great. And if you notice, he has a wing pack, which is pretty interesting, since this is supposed to be a 93 Classic line, and he had that in the, for the second movie's line, which is interesting. So, but hey, it's still cool. I don't really care. Yeah. And here's the Dr. Ian Malcolm figure. Now he's got fingerless gloves and no long sleeve shirt. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, he also comes with a baby Triceratops figure. And funnily enough, I'm pretty sure this is the baby Triceratops that Eddie Carr came with in the original Kenner line for the Lost World movie, which is pretty interesting. I originally thought it was Ellie Sattler's Triceratops baby that, she came with in the original Kenner line, but no, it more closely resembles the Eddie Carr Triceratops. So this is more so of a 97 classic than it is a 93 classic, which, hey, I don't really care. It's still cool. Probably better than the Alan Grant, figure in this line. Probably, honestly, the best figure in this line, but anyway, now, let's get a quick look at the Dilophosaurus here, and it looks pretty good for a mainline figure. Its frills aren't out, it doesn't have, those weird frills poking out, but hey, it looks pretty cool. It's a different mold. It's great. I like it. Let's take a look at the wing pack here. Now, this glider pack, not wing pack. I don't know why I call it a wing pack, but anyway, it of course resembles the one from the original Kenner line for the Lost World, which is pretty interesting. Now, you could also have the glider pack without its wings, and just Ian Malcolm wearing it as like a sort of a backpack, I guess, but I don't know why you would do that. Here, you could have him holding the rocket launcher with the wing pack as well, and the Dilophosaurus, attacking him, I guess. I don't know. Pretty cool. Really good set. Now, I guess, let's do a demonstration of the little rocket launcher. Now, here it is up close. And yeah, pretty solid. Like this thing. But yeah, out of the two sets, I'd rather get Ian Malcolm, because he just comes with way better accessories, in my opinion. So, yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at Dennis Nedry. Now, Dennis Nedry here is pretty interesting because he is absolutely buff for some reason. Um, you know, yeah. He also comes with a little raptor here that is based off of I think, Jurassic Park 3 toy color scheme. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what this thing's based off of. Not 100% sure, but I'll throw up a picture and you could decide. But yeah, back to the box here. Same old, same old. He's comes with a motorcycle as well. It's, interesting. But yeah, let's get it out of the box. And first thing I noticed with Dennis Nedry here is that he has colored bags for all of his stuff. And here's a closer look at that raptor out of the box, and it looks pretty good. Honestly, for a mainline raptor, this is probably one of the best ones. And my Dennis Nedry figure had a factory error. His left arm was on his right arm, and his watch wasn't colored. But then again, it's not really that noticeable. If you put the flamethrower on the right way, because right here I didn't. Anyway, here's the motorcycle with a little spring-loaded shooter, and it goes pretty far actually. Yeah, that's pretty insane. Anyway, his motorcycle also has this little grabber claw thing, somewhat similar to the what is it called? Alan Grant's accessory. Not really too good, but yeah, kind of a set that's lacking a little bit if I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Eh. But anyway, let's take a look at the Track and Explore vehicle set. Now this thing's pretty good. I think better than Dennis Nedry, and it comes with a vehicle with a spring-loaded shooter and a little snare, and it comes with a Scutosaurus of all things, which is really interesting. Now this thing's color scheme is based off of an unreleased Scutosaurus toy that Kenner was going to release but never did. I think maybe for the Dino Trackers line. I'm not really sure. I think that's what this whole little vehicle set is actually based off of, which is the Dino Trackers line. Yeah, so let's get out of the box, and here it is. You can see the Scutosaurus and the vehicle here. Vehicle's colors are very interesting, yellow, purple, and black, and it kind of resembles a Ford Explorer with a rocket launcher in the back, which is kind of also the original Ford Explorer toy that they came with in the, original Kenner line. So I wonder if that's what they were trying to go for here. Its little protective windshield thing comes up as well, which is interesting. That's unexpected. I don't know, yeah. And the interior is also pretty good looking here. You got some little panels and stuff. It's, I think, maybe the same interior as just the Ford Explorer normally would have. So, I'm not sure. I could check really quick, but whatever. I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, really nice interior for a little, toy. Anyway, here's the little snare on the side, and it can articulate up and down and, kind of whichever way you want, for the most part. And it's to capture the Scutosaurus, which, yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, if somebody could sit on the back with the rocket launcher, and, it could also articulate pretty, insanely, which is... But it also shoots, because it's a spring-loaded shooter. Really cool. Always love that all these things just have spring-loaded shooters. Anyway, on to the Jurassic World Reimagined Real Feel Carnotaurus. Now, I know this thing isn't really a 93 classic, but, I mean, it technically is. Because, Kenner released the Real Feel Carnotaurus as well. The Demon Carnotaurus, and it was the same color scheme and everything. So, yeah, back of the box is nothing much because it's not a 93 classic, and it's just a mainline figure for the most part. I mean, But here it is out of the box, and it looks really good. Now, this thing doesn't really have a lot of articulation, but it has electronics. Now, here's what it sounds like. And yeah, pretty interesting sound effects for a Carnotaurus, actually. And yeah, the only articulation you're gonna get out of this thing is the legs, the ankles, and the little tiny arms. Then again, still, really cool figure. Oh, it looks great. Really love the colors on this thing. Anyway, here is the Real Feel Red Rex. Now, this thing's pretty cool. It just looks great. But one thing it doesn't have is painted fingernails. Unless you paint them yourself. Now, it looks way better. Simple fix. Uh, also, it just looks great, it's nice to see a Red Rex that is, I don't even have the original Red Rex. I don't know, I might get one in the future, but hey, yeah. Anyway, it could swallow action figures, and then they could come out of the stomach like the original Bull T-Rex did. And yeah, it has a little, thing on the stomach right there you could take the action figures out of. And if you look here closely at the eye, painted a little white dot to closely resemble the original Red Rex as well. Now you could do these with all these figures as well, all these Mattel mainline figures actually, you could do that. And it honestly looks better than the Hammond collection. Now, let's take a look at the roars. Anyway, funnily enough, this thing does not have the classic Jurassic Park victory roar, which, whatever, it's kind of overdone anyway, but hey. Now, this thing has your, standard articulation kind of, where it's just got its legs, that kind of swivel, the ankles, the arms, and the mouth kind of opens, you could articulate each, part of the mouth. Anyway, yeah, pretty good figure. I like this thing. And onto the Tyrannosaurus Rex Off-Road Tracker Pack. Now this, I'm not completely sure, but it might be the biggest set that Mattel has ever done, maybe? I'm not 100% sure on that, but it might as well be. This is an insanely large box. Now, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good set, but yeah, here's the stuff that comes inside. And, you got a vehicle, you got a figure, you got a character, you got a weapon for the character. And you also get a T-Rex with, containment gear, which, yeah. Anyway, here's a closer look at the Jeep, and if you know, that Jeep is the Bush Devil Tracker, because it has the number 27 on the side of it, and, it looks also quite different, but throw up a picture of that as well for, those who don't know. Of course, I'll throw up with all these things, but anyway, John Ray Arnold here, his spear goes on the other side of the Bush Devil Tracker, and you could also take his little, vest off. So, yeah, there's that. If you ever wanted to do that, I guess, maybe put the vest on another character. I'm not sure. I think you could. Just like, Alan Grant's little, bulletproof vest. But, yeah, of course, we're gonna put that back on, because he looks way better with it. There is pegs in the back of the Jeep, where you could stand up a figure. And, yeah, that's pretty cool, too. I like that. And the interior of this thing is, it's alright. Now, let's take a look at the juvenile, or I guess, young Tyrannosaurus Rex figure here. This is based off of the Series 2 color scheme of the young T-Rex from the original Kenner line. Now, I do, of course, have an original, Series 1 young Tyrannosaurus Rex figure from Kenner, but I don't know where it is right now. You're just gonna have to believe me. Anyway, you could take the capture gear off of this thing, and, one thing that I really wish this thing had is, a different body and, like, feet sculpt, maybe. Like, to have smaller feet. Because, I don't know, it looks a little, goofy, but still, it looks pretty cool still. I don't mind. It still looks alright. Its face, its head sculpt is amazing, except for the little weird teeth right there, but, yeah. What are you gonna do? Anyway, that has been the 93 Classic line from Mattel. Thank you all for 10 subscribers. Yeah, I don't know how to thank you guys. On this recent short I did, I asked if I should play Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, and a couple of you said yes, and it got a pretty positive response. So, yeah, I guess I'll do that. We'll see in these coming days. I'll upload a Jurassic Park Operation Genesis video. Yeah, if you would like to see that, subscribe, if you've gotten this far, I don't know. I don't really know if anybody really watches these figure reviews, but I mean, that's fine. Let me know if you'd also like to see Jurassic World Evolution 2 gameplay. We could do a custom challenge mode, maybe, where you guys tell me what dinosaurs I can and can't use or something. I don't know, something like that. Maybe we could come up with something, but first, we'll do Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. Make sure to also check out my community tab, where I, post stuff and whatever, I guess, if I ever do. And yeah. This is the, Mattel Classic, Mattel Kenner Classic line, I guess we're just gonna call it. And, yeah, definitely Dennis Nedry was the worst here, I'd say. And the best was definitely Ian Malcolm, overall. Anyway, my name's Geronima. Have a good day.